Well, Emma Vardy is our correspondent at the Supreme Court now, so the reasons clearly laid out there. But it's still a surprise because the bakery had lost this case initially and their subsequent appeal.
That's right. It had been ruled on by a district judge, then by the Court of Appeal. And, yeah, surprised today that the Supreme Court has overturned the judgments of the lower courts. And as you heard Lady Hale saying there, this amounted to whether the bakery's refusal to supply this cake was about discriminating against the customer or simply about their right, their freedom to hold these beliefs. And the Supreme Court ruled that they should not have been obliged to supply a cake containing a message with which they profoundly disagreed. But the court has pointed out that it is not about diminishing the need to protect gay rights or support people for their views, but this was about distinguishing between discriminating against the customer based on their own political or religious beliefs and about their own freedom of expression. And that's what that came down to today. Now, this case has been watched very closely by many gay rights activists. Several years ago, when it first emerged, this case led to hundreds of people out on the streets in Belfast protesting on both sides. So this has been a long-running battle. It was around 4 years ago that the customer, Gareth Lee, a gay rights activist, walked into Ash's Bakery in Belfast and ordered that cake, and then later was told by the bakery owners that they would not be happy to supply it to him. And yes, so the decision of the Supreme Court today is to uphold the appeal of the firm by saying that they have not discriminated against the customer by refusing to supply that cake.